Okay, so welcome to our SA election convocation. Today you will be listening to the speeches of our candidates. I invite you to pay very close attention to the words that they will say and make a wise choice. I have just a couple of announcements here. I am putting together a Deep Sabbath planning committee. Deep Sabbath is when Oakwood comes to Southern this semester. I would like for it to be amazing. So if you would like to be interested, if you're interested in helping with that, I'd love for you to be on the committee. Also, accent editor, memories editor, and Strawberry Festival director applications are at Student Services. So if you're interested in being one of those three individuals for next year, I encourage you to go get an application. Today is our primary elections. We have 3 presidential candidates, and you will have to vote on those 3, and the 2 will go on to be a part of the general elections, which you will vote on next Thursday. So you will be receiving a link in your email between 12 and 1 o'clock today. So you'll click that link, you'll vote, and we'll have our 2 presidential candidates. So let's get right into it. Our first candidate that will be giving their speech today is Shanti Hollis, our social vice president candidate. Please give her your undivided attention.
Good morning, Southern. As Garrison said, my name is Shanti Hollis, and I am your candidate for the position of social vice president. Next year, I have one goal and one goal alone: to make Southern your home. I want to plan the events that you want to have. I've had 2 years' experience of working with past social vice presidents plan social events. I know the ins and outs of what it takes to plan a great party. But what if we did something different? Rather than just creating parties, what if we strive for some sort of tradition? What if we work towards school spirit? What if we were all proud to call Southern Adventist University our home? So, I challenge you to join me as I take some risk, as I step outside the box, and as I strive for innovation. You know, home is the place where memories are made, so let's make the best of them. Thank you.
Running for executive vice president, our next speech will be from Jeremy Grabner.
Good morning, Southern. My name is Jeremy Grabner. Some of you might just know me as the KR's guy. And I am your SA 2013-2014 Executive Vice Presidential candidate. Now, I understand that most of you might not know who I am, so I want to give you a brief background of myself. I was born in New York, raised in Zambia, Africa. If you're wondering, I do speak an African language. I live now here in Collegedale, Tennessee. I'm a junior international business major. I have served on Senate, and I'm the chaplain for African Student Union. Now, most of you are wondering, what am I going to do, or what is my goal in becoming the vice president? And in the first part of Matthew 20, verse 28, it says, "The Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve." And that puts in a nutshell what I want to do, which is service. The role of the vice president is to be in charge of Senate. And I don't want to just be a leader, but I also want to be a facilitator, to make sure that the senators are serving you as the student body, that they listen to their constituents, and that the legislation that they bring forth is a reflection of the desire of the student body. And it is aimed to serve. I also want to keep improving the communication between SA and clubs so that the clubs can get the appropriations that they deserve so that they can serve their members. But I don't just want it to be the student leaders that are servants. I want every single one of us to be servants. I want us to foster a culture of service so strong that when people think Southern Adventist University, they don't just think that's the school with the most beautiful campus, or that's the school with the most beautiful people, or that's the school with the most awesome president. But when they think Southern Adventist University, they think that is a group of students so united in service that their first thought is not how can I be served, but how can I serve my brother or my sister? How can I serve the local or global community? For too long, we've just wanted to be served. It is time that we follow in the footsteps of our Lord Jesus and start serving each other. I understand that I don't have the same experience as been a vice president before, but what I do have is dedication, because I am dedicated to making sure your voice is heard, and I am dedicated to serving you in the best way I can. My name is Jeremy Grabiner, and I want to serve.
Also running for Executive Vice President is Ethan White.
Good morning, Southern. I am proud to report to you that the state of SA is strong and getting stronger. Now more than ever is a need for consistency in SA, and this is why I am seeking re-election. My name is Ethan White, and I am your current Executive Vice President. It has been a privilege being your EVP this past semester, and I am proud of what SA and Senate has done this year. We truly are the best SA and student body in North America. You may be asking me why run for Executive Vice President again. The answer is simple. I am passionate about SA, about Senate, and about Southern. I have enjoyed the challenges and experiences this year has brought, and I want to continue what this cabinet and what this SA has done to make SA more relevant this year. Senate again has become a relevant force for the student body. I am proud of the senators that I have had the privilege of working with this year and what we have accomplished. Working hard on funding the SA Leadership Scholarship with the promo code SAU699 with Papa John's. Getting water bottle dispensers, which will soon be in the dorms like we have here in the PE Center. Updating accents, memories, and Strawberry Festival's technology. We have strived to be excellent in everything we do, and I am proud that SA Senate this year has been a very committed group. My promise this year is the same as last. I do not promise you the moon or to make radical changes to anything, because after serving on SA, I see that it is hard to make those things happen, and I'm a man of my word. So what I promise you is to be the best that I can be, to stand by my record, and to strive to make a more coherent and more relevant SA and Senate. My ideas are to introduce live tweeting during Senate meetings so you can have a direct input into decisions being made in real time. Creating a mission to serve SMs while they are serving overseas, and to create an SA-supported short-term mission trip which would allow any SA student to go on and experience the power of the Holy Spirit overseas. There are many more Senate projects and ideas which I look forward to continuing and implementing if re-elected. I believe I can accomplish these things quickly because there is no learning curve. We can move forward and make these changes happen. The most important thing I've learned this year, though, is that being Executive Vice President isn't about one person. It isn't about me. One person cannot change SA or continue to make it stronger. It requires you, the student. Architects cannot renovate it. Businesses cannot incorporate it. Developers cannot innovate it. Engineers cannot calculate it. Politicians cannot appropriate it. Scientists cannot formulate it. Teachers cannot teach it. Only you can orchestrate it. Vote to re-elect Ethan White, and we together can orchestrate a stronger, more united SA, and have a great year.
I have to admit, introducing these next three candidates is a little bittersweet. So for SA President, we have, our first speech will come from Craig Foster.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Craig Foster. Before I begin, I just want to let you guys know that right now I'm about to tell you what I can do and what I will do, but I tell you that I can't do anything without God. So with that, I will begin. When I was in the 7th grade, I went on this school-sponsored trip, and one evening during that trip, I was watching a video on Martin Luther King Jr. when a friend of mine came into that room, and he looked at a TV screen with a blank stare, and he said, Craig, we just learned about that guy in class. What's his name again? I said, come on, man, you know that guy's name? I'm not gonna tell you. He said, no, please, man, I'm just blanking out. I said, you know this guy. And he said, that looks like, is that Eddie Murphy? I said, no, that's not Eddie Murphy. Donkey from Shrek? Are you kidding me? Listen, guys, that's a little bit of a ridiculous story, but it reminds me of this quote that says that a leader is best when people barely know he exists. So when his aim is fulfilled and his mission is complete, then the people will say, we did it together. For the past 3 years, I have been working on Student Association. Currently, right now, I am your financial director for Student Association. And next year, as SA president, my goal is to bring SA back to the fundamental purpose of what it stands for. See, I feel there's this vibe that SA is the event planning crew, or it is the Valentine banquet planning crew, which is true to an extent. But ultimately, the purpose of Student Association is to be the voice of the students to the administration. If you have a problem here at this school that needs to be addressed, your Student Association is here to work for you and to help you find a solution to your problem. For example, this last semester, I took a class, and it started out really good, but it quickly went bad when a teacher got sick and a replacement had to be made. And I realized that my grade began to go down, but it was not because of the lack of quality that I was putting into that class, but rather the lack of quality that the teacher was putting in that class. Little did I know that several other students were having that same problem. They got together and went to the dean of the department, and with that, they were able to have a change mid-semester. And the class ended very well. Honestly, I believe that there should be some form of oversight system for teachers here at the school. Listen, if we're making sure that we're spending thousands of dollars to be here at the school, then I believe that we should ensure that we get thousands of dollars worth of quality out of our classes. Anyone feel me out there? All right, hold on. There's more. Another thing is the meal plan. For years we've been talking about the meal plan, and nothing has happened, all right? The average student last semester, how much did he pay? $1,500. And the highest student, sorry if you're out there, $3,500 on their meal plan. $3,500 on their meal plan. Listen, guys. Yeah, the 1,000 meal plan, it looks manageable, but at the end of the semester, when you realize that you're paying $1,500, $1,600 each semester, you realize that you are being deceived when you signed up to go to school. My dad always likes to tell me, a wise man once always told me, before you can cut bread, you must first learn how to use a knife. And for the past 3 years, I've been working on Student Association as a means of establishing credibility for you guys to say that, yes, I can be SA president because I work with the SA president. You know, there was a wealthy businessman, and he loved to buy expensive gifts for his mom. And one year he ran out of ideas on what to buy his mom, and he finally got an idea when he came across these expensive birds. They cost $5,000, but they could sing and they could dance. He bought 2 of them for his mom, and he sent them out there. And a few days after he sent it to her, she called up and said, "Hey, Mom, how are those birds doing?" And she said, "Oh, they were good, son. Thank you. They were delicious." And he said, "What? They could sing, they could dance, they cost $5,000. And she said, "Well, they should have said something." Listen, guys, if we want changes here on this campus, we've got to say something. You know, they always say, a wise man once said that if you want changes, you must do something. My goal is not fame. My goal is not popularity. My goal is not money. My goal is not to be able to take cool pictures with Gordon Peets sitting drinking tea inside of his office. My goal is to make changes here on this campus. My parents came from a little island called Jamaica. Through my parents, I established a love for Jesus. Through my love for Jesus, I came here to this Adventist school, and through this Adventist school, I established a love for serving people, and that is what I'm here for. Martin Luther King said, "Fly if you can fly. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk." Just make sure that you're moving forward, and that is my goal for SA President next year. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and have a good day.
Our next presidential candidate is Leonard Ang.
Happy Valentine's Day, Southern! Thank you all for coming, and I want to make a shout out to the Wolfpack. Where are you at? My name is Leonard Ong, and I am your 2013-2014 SA presidential candidate. Now, I kind of want to do something different, so I want you to do something right now. Do any of you know the papaya song? Like, I like bananas, I think the mangoes are sweet. Yes? Okay. So I want all of us to sing the chorus of the song right now. Are you ready? Okay. I like bananas, I think that mangoes are sweet. I like papayas, but nothing can sweet that sweet love of God. Thank you. As you just saw right now, we united as a group. And my plan for the student body is for us to unite, improve, and serve. A Latin writer, Publius Sura, said, "Where there is unity, there is always victory." And unity and teamwork is much easier to achieve when there is transparency and communication between the SE officers and the student body, so that everyone is continuously informed. I want the student body to be a critical part of decisions regarding significant changes here on campus through public voting, because your college life is affected by SA decisions. Your voice should be heard. This is your campus. Speak up and make the change you want to see at the school. Now you may wonder, what qualifies me to be president? I could tell you that I am currently serving this school year as Social Vice President for Asian Club, that I have been a freshman student mentor this past semester, and that I'm working as an event dance coordinator for this upcoming Asian night. But more importantly, I feel God has called me to serve you. And as we have learned from Student Week of Prayer last week, God does not call the equipped. He equips the called. And as a leader, your gender, your ethnicity, what positions and titles that you have held does not even come close to what matters the most. What matters the most is how well you have done with what God has given you. And I want to assure you that I have the leadership and management skills, as well as the focus and dedication it takes to bring tangible, concrete progress in leading our campus. During my time here at Southern, I've heard the praises and I've heard the complaints regarding worships, convocations, and other events. And as your SA president, I'll make these events more applicable to you and become more worth your time. I want to promote and build upon what Campus Ministries is doing for all of you, making sure that you are notified about these events. Our ultimate goal as followers of Christ is to go out into the world, preach the good news of God, and serve. When our personal spiritual cups are empty, we have nothing to provide. We must fill our cups by building up our spiritual lives so that we can better serve others and create greater impact in our community. Henry Ford sums it up well by saying, "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success." My name is Leonard Ong, your SA presidential candidate. Let's unite, let's improve, let's serve.
Our next candidate is Marcus Keenan.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for listening to all of us. It's really appreciated, and it means a lot for all the work that we put in. My name is Marcus Keenan, and I want to serve you as Student Association President next year. I see the potential of SA, of the student body, of Southern. This potential is absolutely huge. The talents, the passions, and the skills, and the dreams the student body here hold are enormous, and they're enormously untapped. We need to rethink SA. We need an SA that gives its money back to the students to allow anyone with a talent, anyone with a passion and a plan the chance to create something beautiful. We need an essay that gets out of the office and actually finds out and researches what students want done with their money. Essay needs to stop asking how to get student involved in essay. They need to start asking, how can essay get involved with the students? How can essay spend the student money on what students want and students need? We need an essay that has a marketing plan and a system in place so the students actually know what's going on, what their money is being spent on, and where to go when they have questions and concerns. We need an essay that promotes the arts, open mics, story slams, musicians busking, one-act plays, public art. We don't have any of this. Come on, guys, let's go. We need an essay that stimulates academically and intellectually, debates, panels, maybe a TED conference. And we need an essay that leads spiritually, providing support groups, partnering with campus ministries, and addressing the ignored and thorny issues of Adventism and Christianity today. My vision is ambitious. It's a very ambitious vision, and it's one that will take a lot of hard work. But Southern, it's time to dare excellence. Dare excellence out of the essay that serves you. Dare excellence out of the school that you pay for, and dare excellence out of your very own dreams and ambitions. Together, Southern, we can do this. Thank you, and God bless.
Let's give a round of applause for all of the candidates one more time. I applaud all of their bravery. Now, I encourage you to check your emails. Once again, between 12 and 1 o'clock, you'll be receiving the email individually where you can click the link and vote. Thank you guys so much, and choose wisely.